One night, as Jared nears the final stretch, a fierce blizzard strikes. He is forced to take shelter in a small crevice, cold and exhausted. He starts to question his decision to climb the peak. The whispers of doubt grow louder, reminding him of his father's failure and the risks of continuing. In the darkness, Jared finds the compass Maeve gave him. He remembers her words and realizes that his journey isn't just about reaching the summit. It's about proving to himself that he is capable of enduring and overcoming. With renewed determination, he waits for the storm to pass, feeling a glimmer of hope. The next morning, Jared wakes to clear skies. The final stretch is the most grueling, with icy cliffs and thin air testing his limits. He slips once, nearly falling, but catches himself just in time. Summoning every ounce of strength, he pushes onward, one step at a time. Finally, Jared reaches the summit. The view is breathtaking, an endless expanse. Mountains and valleys bathed in golden light. For a moment he feels a deep sense of peace and accomplishment. He thinks of his father Maeve and Sam, realizing that their support and lessons were vital to his success. Jared plants a small flag he brought from home, a symbol of his journey and the courage it took to reach this point. Jared returns to Ridgevale, a changed person. Word of his achievement spreads quickly, and the town gathers to celebrate. Jared thanks Sam for his mentorship and presents him with the compass, saying, "This pointed me in the right direction. Now it's your turn." Over the years, Jared becomes a guide, helping others in Ridgevale pursue their dreams, whether it's climbing the peak or chasing personal ambitions. He learns that the summit was just the beginning. The real reward lies in the lessons he can now share with others. The story ends with Jared standing at the base of the peak, with a new group of climbers ready to begin their own journeys. Jared, a young man living in the quiet mountain town of Ridgevale, has always dreamed of summiting the legendary Peak of Valor, a daunting, treacherous mountain that looms over the town. The mountain is a symbol of courage and achievement, but few attempt the climb, and even fewer succeed. Jared's father had tried years ago but never made it to the top, a failure that left Jared hesitant to pursue the dream himself. For years, Jared has worked at the local cafe, watching adventurers pass through town on their way to the peak. One day, he meets an older climber named Maeve, who has reached the summit multiple times. She shares stories of her struggles and triumphs, and Jared finds himself inspired. Before leaving, Maeve gives him a small compass and says, "This doesn't just point north, it points to your true direction. Trust it." Fueled by Maeve's words, Jared decides it's time to face his fears and attempt the climb. With limited resources and no formal training, he begins preparing. His friends and neighbors offer mixed reactions. Some cheer him on, while others warn him against such a dangerous pursuit. As Jared gathers supplies, he befriends Sam, an experienced climber who offers to guide him through the first stretch. Sam teaches Jared the basics of navigation, setting camp, and recognizing signs of bad weather. Through their conversations, Jared learns that courage isn't about the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. Jared and Sam set out early one morning. The first part of the climb is challenging but manageable, with Jared leaning heavily on Sam's guidance. They encounter steep cliffs, loose rocks, and harsh winds. Jared struggles to keep up and doubts his ability to continue. Midway through their journey, Sam sprains his ankle and can't go on. "This is your climb," Sam tells Jared. "You have everything you need to make it to the top. Trust yourself." With a heavy heart, Jared sets up a camp for Sam and continues alone, feeling the weight of responsibility and fear. As the climb becomes steeper, Jared recalls Maeve's and the lessons Sam taught him. He begins to notice small victories, successfully crossing a precarious ledge, setting up a sturdy camp in freezing conditions, and even using the compass to correct his course during a sudden snowstorm.